I've just signed up with Nottingham on the board, board of directors. We talked about it when I was over there in a way that I was very keen to help, the same way they helped me get back to rugby at the start of the year. So yeah, that's what we came here to do, sign a little contract, so it's all locked in officially, and now I'm excited to help and hopefully we can reach that ultimate goal for the club, which is get to the Premiership.
Okay, great. So why have you chosen the board at Nottingham?
As I said, I just think that I can help. Obviously not as a player at the moment, because I'm still contracted in New Zealand, and I love playing for the All Blacks, and as long as this body holds out, I'll play there as long as I can. But I feel that Nottingham, they were very kind to me when I was in time of need with my injury, and they accepted some conditions, and we went with that. And I feel that me being on the board I can help them as a club, but also I think that they can still help me by learning the other side to rugby, which is not on the field, which is off the field. So yeah, I'm excited by the opportunity.
Great. So what sort of things do you think you'll be doing for the club? How do you think you can help us?
Look, I think it will start off quite basic, to be honest. I think I'll talk a lot with Glenn, that we all know, in terms of coaching and where he's going with his, I don't know, sort of maybe player selection, things like that. And then I'm very interested in the commercial side of the club, in terms of how to get new sponsors, how to get bigger crowds, and things like that. So that's where hopefully I'll grow into that role, and then I'll endeavour to get over here next year and come and sit down and watch a few games. But thanks to Twitter, I follow the club quite intensely. Great invention.
Yeah. So some might say that it's a bit of a strange role for a New Zealand international. What would you say to them?
I'd say a very strange role. I'd also say that I'm very different from a lot of New Zealanders and people around the world, and I think it sums up where rugby's going, in terms of the fact that it's a global game now, and you can't be scared to get outside your comfort zone, which is New Zealand. And for me, coming to or helping Nottingham is a real opportunity.
Great. So what are you hoping to get out of it then?
As I said before, I think I can learn more about the other side of rugby, not on the field but off the field. And also I can establish some relationships in Nottingham and England, where if my direction was to come over here, then that's definitely going to help me. But look, I think it's a win-win for both parties.
Great. So do you want to tell us a bit more about your experiences of playing for Nottingham and how it aided your recovery?
Yeah, well, obviously I was at a turning point in my career. I hadn't played for 2 years due to injury. And I needed a club that was playing at that time of year, which wasn't happening in New Zealand, and also a club that was sort of a bit compassionate to my needs, and with Glenn and the relationship through the All Black coaches, we picked Nottingham, and at Meadow Lane, it's the best turf in the world, I reckon, behind Eden Park obviously, but I'm a bit biased there, aren't I? So they helped me there in terms of my integration from 20, 30, 40 minutes and so on. So the 4 games that I did play, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Got into the green and white hoops, that they call it, and was really surprised at how grounded the guys were and how willing they were to strive towards higher goals, but yet also help me to achieve my goals. So it was a very pleasant trip for me.
So what are your plans for the next few years career-wise, moving away from Nottingham slightly now?
I am contracted to New Zealand for 1 more year, 2012, and then go into negotiations, I suppose, and see who wants me. So yeah, it's sort of open-ended at the moment. I don't make it any secret how passionate I am of New Zealand and of the All Blacks. So if I had an ultimate choice, then it would be to play for the All Blacks. But
so any hopes of seeing you back at Nottingham at any point?
I definitely wouldn't rule that out. Yeah, definitely.
So do you want to talk to us a bit more about how it felt to be part of the winning World Cup team this year?
It's pretty special. For a lot of us, or for a group of us, it's been about 10 years coming. 2 failed attempts prior to that, and then to win this one was pretty special. Very rewarding for the work that you put in, and it's the work that people don't see. But also then you feel that you can, or for me anyway, I feel I can play rugby now without a major burden of having to achieve something. So now it's all about challenging myself, making myself a better rugby player. So yeah, it was very special. The actual time was quite stressful, but after it's been pretty relaxing. So yeah, no, I wouldn't change a thing.
And do you think finally there'll be other players that come over and play for Nottingham?
Yep. Well, I mean, there's already a few. I'd see James Arledge is there, and then Sione's still there, I see. So, look, Nottingham's a club which is, I consider to be slightly different from the run-of-the-mill ones in England, in terms of the style that they want to play is very much probably New Zealand orientated, with Glenn being there, and the fact that they've got a great pitch. They can afford to play open rugby. So yeah, I would see it as definite opportunity for players to come.